so much fucked up shit to get into.
Welcome back to Little Snickers, baby. I'm Michael fucking Rainey here with Cal DonJolla.
Hello.
Jacob Furman Matera.
Hello, hello.
Wet and Juicy Jeff Simmons.
Yo, yo.
Squirp. Let's do it, baby. How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, man. I like that Phillies.
Thank you. I'm excited. We're doing good.
I can't wait, baby.
You just watched the Schwarbaum on your phone. That's
I
exciting.
Oh, God. It's going to be one of these nights. Jeff, what did you take? In what world am I the only one that's not a fucking goofed up?
John. I had glitter waiting for the perfect moment.
Glitter this entire
I
time?
did, yeah.
It's everywhere again.
I know, man. I just like to have a good time, man.
Was it in your pocket during the entire stinker news we just did?
No. I mean,
You snuck away and
Yeah,
filled your
yeah.
pocket with glitter again.
did, yeah. Be a
Went
little
to the
bad
glitter
boy.
drawer,
Yeah.
scooped one in.
But I have something fun planned for us tonight. If we get to do a Snickers episode, because I know, we always go by the coin toss.
Yes,
And I never know which way it's going to turn. It has worked out in my favor just about every time.
Well, let's give this a damn toss then. You know I'm always down to talk about the Impractical Jokers. Joe Gatto just wrote a children's book.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Congratulations on your new book, Joe. Would love to talk about it. Will the gods decide for me? No. Again, no.
We did it, Jake.
I like this.
So this is a very, well, for some people it might be lighthearted. I guess considering what we typically do, this is lighthearted. I'm Chimp Crazy. I don't know about you guys. Are
Yeah.
you watching Max's Chimp Crazy?
I'm loving Chimp Crazy, dude. It's pretty. I didn't want to love it as much as I love it. It's that good. Yeah.
I'm going to have to check it out tonight.
It is nuts, and it's like they really lure you in, and you really grow close to these chimps. With any chimp, I think it's. Do you guys have a tendency to get close to your chimps?
Not nearly as much as you do, but I was recently at the zoo, and they caught my heartstrings a little bit.
grow on you,
I got
man.
to see a baby,
Oh my god!
like within her
Whoa.
first couple months old, in the mama's arms, and she was feeding him. It was adorable.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That is
And there was a
nice.
lady with the longest lens I've ever seen.
Doing what?
She didn't work for the zoo, but she was taking a lot of pictures of this baby chimp, and I want to
She's a
know what she
private
was
eye.
up to.
Dude, I wouldn't doubt
that
it.
Chimp had an affair.
There are some nefarious chimp figures in this world.
There really are, man. I did not realize how crazy people can be with this stuff.
And it was nuts to me how many people still privately own chimps.
Yes.
Is it fully illegal around the country to own a chimp, or is it state by state?
I don't know that it's fully illegal, but you definitely need permits
Okay.
Yeah.
after all the shit that's happened, especially with our beloved Travis the Chimp, man. R.I.P. Happy birthday in heaven.
Which who
Travis.
gets a nice cameo in the series.
I don't know that it was nice because they paint him in a pretty negative light.
Yeah, no, I said it. Yeah.
But one thing that I thought was funny, Jake, is they talk about they interview one of the cops,
Yeah.
and it unfortunately is the cop who ended his life. But he mentions how when Travis is trying to rip the door off of his police car, he shoots him, or right before he shoots him, he's like telepathically. It's insane to hear a cop say this. Where
Yeah.
he's like, I felt like he was telepathically communicating with me, saying, "Do it now."
Dude, that's police leave for at least a year. That's permanent vacation.
She's
after
still
that.
active on the force at this point?
I don't know. I mean, in the video, he is not wearing a police uniform. So
Yeah, well, probably wasn't allowed, hopefully.
It's crazy that he would admit that, though. Like,
yeah, it's very endearing, though.
yeah.
I mean,
No, sounds like he might have a screw loose to me.
I mean, this is the same guy we just talked about in the live AMA that said, he heard the call come over the 911 thing and was saying, they were saying a monkey was loose. And he's like, a monkey? Even though he had prior held this chimp in his arms, had wrestled with it, taken pictures with it, had to play Secret Santa, all that stuff.
Yeah, his confusion lied in the fact that he knew it was a chimp
Yes.
and refused to believe, just could not comprehend
Yeah.
that someone would call a chimp a monkey.
Yeah, he's like, I can't think of a single fucking monkey in this town.
Can we get a fucking dispatcher in this goddamn unit that knows the difference between primate subspecies?
Can you make a call, please? No, a monkey call.
But there are so many characters within this Chimp Crazy documentary that it's hard to pick one. But tonight I wanted to talk about the one lady, which to me is like the cornerstone of all this, and that's Connie Casey, who is the godmother of chimp breeding.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, she was responsible, indirectly responsible, I guess directly responsible. She bought the chimps who had made Chimp Love to create Travis's mommy.
Okay. This is
She sold Travis.
She sold
this
Travis.
is almost like horse studding.
Yes.
She is creating. Were these
chimp breeding, yeah.
Were these
Man. Just put up some pictures too.
Okay.
Everyone's on their monkey business tonight. Everyone's on
Yep.
full monkey business.
We are fully monkeying around this episode, it seems like. Did she have the chimps for like movies and commercials and shit?
Yes.
Okay.
And all right, so we'll backtrack a little bit. So she was a chimp dealer, and she first got into the chimp game with her first husband. They had a pet shop in Festus, Missouri.
What year are we talking when this lady was?
Oh, this is the late '60s where they had this
Okay.
pet shop. So the wheels are starting to turn on the chimp business. Like I don't know that they're getting into chimps yet. However,
Yeah.
in the early '70s, that's when they realized like, oh shit, there's a ton of money in chimp dealing.
We're talking some bedtime for Bonzo shit here?
What do you mean by that?
Isn't that Reagan's movie with the chimp?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
They eventually get to that. So initially, they open up a pet store. It's called a Braun's Barn. Her husband, his last name was Braun, and so they open up the pet shop.
Be weird if it wasn't.
Can I speak with Braun? Unfortunately, you cannot. We made him up.
And 1975 is where all this really starts to take flight, Jake. So they have a chimp by the name of Coco brought over from Africa, and for $12,000 you can purchase a chimp,
I mean,
That was in the 60s.
which is a lot of money in the
12,000,
70s.
yeah.
Yes,
what's the inflation on that? I don't even know.
the
But
chimpflation.
Now we're talking. That's my kind of portmanteau, baby.
I was watching an interview with her today with Connie Casey, and I don't know. I don't want to believe that like they're directly like harming these animals because
yeah.
there seems to be like a sweetness at the center of all these people, in that like they might start out like wanting to like do the right thing, but then it quickly turns, especially when she involves her second husband is the guy that really seems to the guy with the
Missing nose.
Yeah.
That was her husband.
Yes.
Okay.
Mike Casey, that's the guy's name.
Yeah.
But anyway, so in the early 70s is when they buy their first chimp by the name of Coco, which seems to be the go-to name for most chimps.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem there's a lot of them named Coco.
Yeah, it's like Rover for dogs in the 50s, you know?
Yeah.
Be original.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw a Spencer out there.
Name him Kevin or something, you know? Have it. Fool people. Dress him up. Put a hat on him. Call him Mrs. Nesbith.
I got off topic, but but the interview I was watching today, she's talking about how getting this monkey just changed her family's life because they have kids now, and she's like making this baby monkey a part of their family.
It seemed magical, like their upbringing with the monkeys being small or the chimps being young. Yeah.
And one of the things she mentions in this interview is that she would have her family sit in a circle, and everybody in the circle would have a piece of food in their mouth. And I just cannot wrap my head around why they can't hand the monkey food. They all have to have it in their mouths.
The entire family did this at dinner time.
It wasn't even at dinner time. It was just a way to bond with the chimp.
Guess who's coming at dinner?
Filthy.
But they
The
would
milk
do,
seems a little thick tonight. Did something happen to it?
but they would do this thing where they would sit around seance style with food in their mouths, and the baby chimp would just go around and just give them a little chimp kiss and take the food out of their mouths.
It is.
It seemed like it went to
Gross
7
sounding.
minutes in heaven though, in some of those still shots.
It does, and it really fucking gets weird. There was another thing she mentioned in that interview where she talks about how Coco he liked to suck. And she said he liked to like sneak up on you and give you hickeys.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And he would latch onto your neck. And one of the more fucked up aspects of this interview was she said that he would do it to the kids. And her daughter was in kindergarten at the time. And one of the teachers was like, I got to ask, why is your daughter coming to kindergarten with hickeys? She's like, oh, it's not what you think. It's our pet monkey who's just having fun.
Dude, I don't think I've seen this part of it.
No, this isn't a part of the
okay.
documentary. This is just a separate interview.
Oh, they left that out of the documentary? That's too much for mainstream. Yeah. God, that's fucking twisted.
Yeah.
Monkey pedophile.
Oh, yeah.
Chimpophile.
He's just chimping out, man.
Chimpedo.
It's not his fault that he's being domesticated, man. But they realize they can make money breeding these things, so they get a lady monkey by the name of Bridget. I think her cost was $16,000.
My God.
Yeah, which at the
A
time,
lady chimp is that much more?
yeah, it surprised me, man. You would think a male chimp would go for the higher rate, but he was $12,000 and Bridget was $16,000.
And that's what they needed to start to breed their own.
Yeah, chimp world works just like our world. You need a man and a lady
Yeah, well, I was
to make baby
I must
stuff.
have been absent that day, but I did guess it pretty good.
And at this time, so they start like cranking out the chimp babies, and they realize that like, oh shit, we can, even though we're getting them at this price in America, we can charge $50,000 for a chimp baby.
Okay.
And the first 6 years that Bridget is cranking out these chimp babies, that I think they sell 20 chimps during that time.
Two.
Just
Who
to
is-
random people.
Same person.
People have $50,000 in the 70s to buy chimps?
Dude, in Chimp Crazy, they're playing portions of voicemails, and they're showing people responding to Facebook messages.
A lot of people. Yeah. They put their home on the line. Reverse mortgage for a chimp. Where's that helmet at? Give me that helmet.
I think you need it for your own protection. Right? You might fall over face first into this table.
As lucrative as
Right.
the breeding business is, they also realize when her second husband comes along, this fellow Mike Casey, who's the noseless man in the documentary,
Yeah.
He
Maybe
had a
that's your
nose when
sign
they
to
met.
stop.
he did.
Okay.
We're gonna get to why the nose goes away in a second, but they
Not a
started.
magician.
It's because he didn't want to get the beer. I'm not getting up. Bite my fucking nose off.
But they start a business called Chimp Party. Pretty cool name.
Couldn't-
Yes, it is.
Perfect name.
They visit nursing homes. They do birthday parties. They even visit daycares, which is insane.
This all sounds incredibly dangerous.
It does, man. Unfortunately,
Teenagers and up. Teenagers to 50 years old is where you can bring a
play a prank
chimp
on your
around.
buddies with chimps. You
Yeah.
know? This seems to be like, all right, I'm not going to say that because that could be twisted a million different ways, Jake. I'm not going to do that to you
Good.
right now.
Yeah, don't do that.
But in addition to Chimp Party, they're also licensing the chimps out for greeting cards.
Just their likeness.
Just their likeness. They put them in silly little outfits and say a little funny thing about them.
It's so funny that you needed to take a picture for a Hallmark card back then when now you could probably just buy a Getty image or have somebody draw a fucking
that's the
monkey,
thing,
you know?
It's like the Getty image is this monkey. For
Really?
all of the cards, it's this one monkey, Tonka, the one that
Okay.
goes missing. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Okay, but
I'm sure I've
Yeah.
gotten a Tonka card at some point in my life, or
Probably,
given
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was an American greeting, right, or a Hallmark.
Hallmark only for me,
yeah.
buddy.
Oh wow.
I'm going to spend the extra $5 for some quality card stock, you know?
But it is nuts that you had to risk getting your fucking face ripped off just to take this picture so you can sell greeting cards.
Yeah.
But getting to the guy with the nose. So as he's speaking in the video in Chimp Crazy, you're just like, what is going on with this guy's nose, man?
Does he look like Voldemort? Like,
Yes.
there's nothing there?
Dude, it's no,
Close.
you could tell that like they tried to piece it back together.
You ever see like when someone steps on an anthill and all the ants come running out and then it's just like the little mountain that gets deserted?
Uh-huh.
It's that deserted mountain as a nose.
And what had happened was there was a chimp named Bo. Apparently, this guy, Mike Casey, had walked into his cage with an ice cream cone, which set this fucking chimp off.
That would set me off. Too,
Like,
let's be
are you
honest.
out of your mind going
Yeah.
in there? Leave the...
Yeah.
Don't even let him know that ice cream exists.
I mean, if I had a cage right now, I'd be rattling it.
Well, I don't know. It seems like Mike is a pretty bad guy, and he's charged with some pretty heinous things, abusing the chimps, punching them, really riling these poor animals
so it was
up.
revenge.
It could have been. I don't think it was just the ice cream cone that set this motherfucker off and got him to rip his nose apart. And when Bo ripped his nose off, fucking Connie went in to go get the nose. And
did Bo bite it or rip it with his fucking hands?
I think he bit it off.
He bit it, and then he didn't consume it, though.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
do you want to recreate it, Jake?
Yeah, did you mind?
I would love to see some little theater. No, with his nose, please.
It's fully immersive.
But yeah, when you see this fucking guy, I mentioned like there were numerous moments from Chimp Crazy where I was just like, and that was one of the moments when you see Mike Casey's fucking face, man.
That's a reveal that they do. You've heard his voice already, and then you see him without the fucking nose.
You see still photos of him taking these chimps around for chimp party.
Yeah.
And it's like they have monkey parties, and it's insane that they bring these monkeys around to all these different people.
Yeah.
But it's like when you finally see a video of Mike Casey speaking, you see like, oh my God, like what the fuck happened? You know what happened, but you're waiting for them to say it.
Yeah.
God damn. Ugh.
And the first major incident they had at regarding Mike and Connie's chimps is in 2001. And there are 3 chimps that escaped the farm in Festus, Missouri. What did you say, Jake?
Nothing. Gonna make a September 11th joke. But I'm not going to do that.
Yes, Osama Chimp Law orchestrated the whole thing.
No, I did not say that.
You did. I
Dunstan checks out.
I think I'm just not going to be on the same level as you guys tonight.
Sorry,
oh my
John.
God, man.
Do either of you want to switch seats? I think you guys need to like hold each other's hands or something tonight.
Sorry, dude. We're just chimp crazy.
First of all, this is the first time anyone's ever volunteered to wear the helmet without the chat telling. There is no chat. You just said something you thought was so stupid that you asked for the helmet.
Took off my nice hat so I can put this on.
And you're leaving it buckled, which we all know really inhibits your ability to receive oxygen.
He's a team player, man. But I hate to bring this mood down, but in 2001, something terrible happened. And I'm not talking about the September 11th attacks. Three chimps escaped from the Casey farm. All right. And one of them is Susie the chimp. And they're out and about, and they end up on the property next to them. And they're roaming around, and one of the guys who lives on the property next to them is a guy named Jason Coates. He and his friends had just come back from Dairy Queen. They're all like 16 and 17 years old, and they're just like, oh my God, there's fucking monkeys on our property. This is insane. The mood quickly turns, though, where Susie the chimp and the other 2 chimps start acting up and pounding on the fucking car. And Jason has the wherewithal to get out of the car, run inside his house, and grab a shotgun. He ends up shooting Susie 3 times because she is the aggressor.
Jesus.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Jake, can you hold his hand for this one? Unfortunately, Susie the chimp is killed. Oh, man. And Susie happens to be Travis the chimp's mother.
Wow.
Whoa.
I know, yeah.
Jake, why is your hand so sticky? You know what? I don't want to know.
Insanely,
What did the other two chimps
They scattered.
stopped?
Yeah.
Once the shotgun blast.
and one of the other kids had managed to call 911, so the police were aware that this was happening, and I think Connie and Mike were aware of like where the chimps were at this time, so they got involved as well. Now, one of the most insane aspects of this whole story is that Jason is prosecuted for killing this fucking chimp that was loose on his property.
And he went to jail? Or he was not found?
Dude, he did 30 days in jail.
Wow.
And he was charged with a felony property damage because the property is the chimpanzee that belonged to the fucking Caseys.
Even though it was going fucking buck wild.
Dude.
And could have, his friends were still in the car when this happened?
Yes. And it's like, I mean, to a normal person, this is completely justified. But in this town, the chimps were beloved. He was prosecuted. He had one felony, which it wasn't expunged until 2021. Thankfully, they did get it expunged. All right. But it took.
Chimp had a felony?
Yes, he did, Jake.
Okay.
But Jason was stuck with a felony for 20 fucking years for killing this chimp that
That's
was
insane.
going apeshit on his property.
20 years he got flagged at every zoo he tried to visit.
Bro, he couldn't own a firearm. He couldn't fucking.
He was on a no pet list.
I mean, it affected voting. It's like he affected where he could fucking hunt, where he could fish.
Jesus Christ, man.
It was insane.
Affected his face paintings at
So-
parties. Not that one. You can't have that one.
So it was justifiably he had the record expunged.
Yeah, I can't believe it took that long.
But it took forever, and also there were people writing to the judge saying throw the book at him, and the judge made Jason write a letter of apology to every letter that he received. Dude, it's truly fucking insane what this kid had to go through.
Teenager.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, man. This is wild.
Yeah, it's very fucked up.
Yeah.
Jake, if you had 3 monkeys loose on your property, how do you think you would react to that?
I would probably hide inside, and I mean, I've seen Planet of the Apes. I know how it goes.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just prepare for the worst. Go outside waving a white flag. Become one of them, you know?
They're going to make you one of their donkeys. That's how it goes. The tables have turned.
Now, I don't know when this happened, but I think this played a part in it. But Chimp Party ends up becoming the Missouri Primate Foundation, so they become a nonprofit. And as time wears on, they're just not able to care for these fucking animals. And I don't know whether it's completely nefarious or if it's just, they just don't have the finances to do it. But at this nonprofit, there's a caretaker named Angela Scott who sees how bad the conditions are at this place, and she's like, "This is fucked up. This can't continue." So she's the one that notifies PETA. Then that's when PETA becomes involved and starts coming down hard on Connie Casey.
Okay. And what year is this?
I think this was 2017 is when PETA sues Connie Casey for violating the Endangered Species Act because they realized. Angela goes in there with a hidden camera, and she shows like how the chimps are being fed old food, how their conditions are bad. There's actually like bars that were bought from a local prison to build the housing for these fucking chimps.
That's, I mean, you're doing something wrong when you're buying something from a wholesale private prison that went out of business. Like, seriously.
But it's in 2017 where they're sued by PETA, and there's a woman named Tanya Haddix who is trying to help out at this what's the proper term for this? It's not a sanctuary. It's anything but.
Wildlife preserve, maybe?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Doesn't feel right.
But this woman, Tanya Haddix, who is the main character in this Chimp Crazy documentary, she's helping out at the time. And when Connie Casey makes it known that she's like, I can't handle all of this, she like kind of like gives up all ownership of this place to Tanya Haddix, and that's when Tanya Haddix really starts to come into her own as a chimp lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's the knight in shining armor.
Connie's an old lady at this point, right?
Yeah.
I would, if I had to guess her age right now, I would say she's in her mid-70s.
Right, yeah.
I checked her out on Facebook today. She's still doing well. She's still riding hard for chimps.
Nice.
Yeah. But there was significant abuse, man.
Yeah. Better than a guy riding hard for chimps. That's
Yeah, when they went in there were a couple of chimps. Like one of the things they cited in the lawsuit was that there were 2 overweight chimps. One was named Connor, and one was named Candy. Well, it's just like, hey, he's not named fucking Vegetable, man.
Though all the Cocos seem to stay in shape.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't know this until I became aware of the lawsuit, but chimp over grooming is indicative of chimps being stressed out.
Whoa.
What does over grooming mean?
It means looking too sharp.
They do it to themselves, or it's when
they have a tendency. It's like a self-soothing technique where
Okay.
they're over grooming, and that's one of the things they observed in the hidden camera footage is that the chimps were just excessively grooming themselves.
Trying to look good.
Much like our friend here, who's been looking better than ever.
Hey guys, I'm stressed out right now.
But I mean, growing a beard is it's kind of like under grooming yourself in a way. You know what I mean? He was over grooming himself by shaving all the time, not letting the fucking chops out. You know?
Oh, they're chopping right now. I don't know how to trim them.
You're gonna want to get a
man's
electric shaver.
Yeah.
With a blade that goes out to
Let it go,
about
Jake.
half that length.
I think I'm gonna let it go.
You've been getting so many compliments.
Just
on
like
it,
everything
man.
else. Yeah. Thank you.
I saw one that I really liked. They said you look like Tim Allen right before he went full Santa Claus. Scott Calvin.
Scott Calvin, that's right. Yeah, I was like, who the fuck's Scott Calvin? Then I looked it up. I was like, oh, I got fucking got.
Oh, you got SC'd?
Yeah.
Somebody SC'd you on the
I was
internet?
like, oh no. I feel like I look more like Connie Casey.
Chung?
That's the lady?
That's the lady, yeah.
She looks like a sweet
I
old
know,
woman.
man.
Oh.
And dude, here's the deal.
Yeah.
It costs roughly, I think it's like $16K a year to care for one chimp. And
It's fucking free when they're wild.
dude, I think
What do they pay? What do they feed them?
well, you're supposed to feed them like fresh
Powerade.
They get a lot of Powerade. They get a lot of shitty snacks.
Yeah.
But like one of the things that they noticed in the video is that they're being fed old vegetables.
You're like rotting, like starting to rot.
Yeah, because like I think they would just get a deal or just even go dumpster diving from a fucking local
Fuck.
Walmart. But she was keeping all these like animals alive just on her SSI check. So it was like whatever her check covered, that's
Yeah.
Well, it seems like she had perhaps a good heart.
I think so too. I just think that it's just misdirected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the PETA lawyer summed it up nicely about that lady, Tanya, who they don't like. And I feel like it's a lot of the times the most of the cases where somebody just likes chimps. They don't know how to care for them.
Right.
So they have no background in it, and they inadvertently put them in a cage when they're supposed to be, they have blinders onto it.
Yeah.
So,
It's like we all love chimps, man.
Oh, man.
You just can't fucking own them.
Yeah, certainly a point where I did want one.
I know, man.
yeah.
From 6 to 9 years old, maybe that era. There was a few movies for kids back then. Monkey Business was one of them.
George of the Jungle. There's one, the actor Alan Cumming?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's a significant part of Chimp Crazy, the documentary we've been mentioning.
Really?
Dude, it's I can't bet. We have to do a watch along to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he falls in love with this chimp that's a part of Connie Casey's fucking chimp
Tonka,
stable. Yeah,
right?
Tonka.
Yeah.
He falls in love with this chimp because he does a movie with him called Buddy.
Okay.
And he talks about the emotional connection to this chimp and how sweet it was to him and how he was told that the chimp was retired to Palm Springs. And he's like, I just envision this idyllic space for him to live right now. Mm-hmm. And when it seems like he's missing, Alan Cumming actually puts up a reward out of his own pocket to find this chimp.
When was he told that the chimp had retired to Palm Springs? Around the time that it went missing, or
I think on set, right? He says, well, what are you guys doing after this?
Oh yeah, he wanted to like reconnect with the chimp.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, it's kind of a tough ask, man. Take what you can get while you get it, but
it's pretty busy.
yeah.
No.
Throwing its own shit around and all.
Took the words right out of my
It's I think it speaks to the emptiness of Hollywood, where like the thing that this esteemed actor relates to the most and connects with most is this chimp, where you're just like, hey, what's Tonka doing tonight? Can you get him back? I don't want to be around any of these people.
dressed up with no chimp to hang out
Can
with.
Tonka come over to my hotel and we can listen to Behind Blue Eyes for a couple hours?
Did you feel this way too? Because it just seems like it seems like there's a sexual overtone to all these ladies' relationships to these chimps.
Yeah, dude. I think Tonka's got a hammer. I think it's an Aerosmith song.
Man. It's the lead track off Honkin' for Bobo. Honkin' on Bobo. I misspoke. Can you believe that there's no track on the album Honkin' for Bobo that's called, Honking on Bobo? God,
Tonka's got a hammer. Woo, Jake, man. Motherfucker. The Rock and Roller Coaster, there was talk of repurposing it, and I think that's what they should center the whole thing upon. Is Tonka having a hammer. It's like, are you guys here to see Tonka's hammer?
Yeah.
I'm here to see that motherfucker's dump truck.
Hey, what's up, Stickers? I just want to talk to you for a second about our sponsor, MyBookie. If you're going to be throwing down some bets this football season, you need MyBookie. Their sportsbook and casino platform lets you bet from anywhere, anytime. MyBookie makes it so easy that you don't even need to download an app. How do you like that, Jake?
Dude, that's incredible. Could you imagine if you would have bet on the Notre Dame game last week?
Oh, my God.
You would have made billions of dollars.
And you can do that this week, though. So check out their weekly risk-free boost on Thursdays. If your bet hits, you win big. If it doesn't, forget it. MyBookie will refund your wager. That's very cool.
That is really cool.
I got to check this out, man, because I got a little interest in some games this week. And,
Yeah?
I got a good feeling about the Eagles this week. I wish I hit on a Saquon 2+ TDs and also A.J. Brown scoring and then also having a catch on the third drive last week.
Nice, dude.
So thank you to MyBookie, baby. So when you're done placing bets on your favorite sports teams, try out their casino with blackjack, video poker, and even a live lotto. There's no need to download an app. Just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin. It's already begun, so you can do that now and use promo code STINKER, which is STINKER, to claim a bonus up to $1,000 on that first deposit. That's STINKER to start the season off with house money. Don't ever miss out on the action. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime, only with MyBookie. Hey, Stinkers, I just want to talk to you for a second about our sponsor, Factor. Dude, Factor meals are fucking incredible, and I cannot say enough good things about Factor.
You've been telling me about them. Like, you did everything.
They're delicious. I've gotten them now for at least a year, and it's the best alternative to cooking from home. It's actually better than cooking from home because I don't fucking cook from home. Dude. So if I want something healthy, something accessible, and something that I can eat on the fucking go, Factor is fucking perfect for this. They're delicious. They're ready to eat in 2 minutes.
Yeah, man, you've let us try a bunch of this stuff, and it's fucking incredible. Like,
Everything I've tried from Factor, I've liked, man.
Just being on like that crazy schedule, if like working 2 jobs, running from place to place, it's so nice to just have something fucking.
It's ideal.
Yeah.
So if you want the convenience of takeout without the price or the hassle of waiting in the drive-thru, Factor has you covered. Not only is Factor cheaper than fast food, but the meals are delicious and ready in just 2 minutes. All you have to do is heat them up. Choose how many meals you want every week from a list of over 35 amazing recipes and over 60 add-on items. You can even pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. I cannot say enough good things about Factor. Like I said, I've utilized them for over a year now. They're friggin' delicious. They're ready as soon as you want them to be ready, and there's so much stuff to pick from. So head to factormeals.com/stinker50 and use code stinker50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code stinker50 at factormeals.com/stinker50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Factor friggin' rules. Oh, man, you have now entered the kumquat hour.
We have.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've arrived, baby.
Connie Casey's still alive, doing well.
Yeah, and it's, she's still doing good.
Briefly in the documentary. The moment the proxy director sees her, she's like, I don't want to be on camera. And, like, that's the end of her in this story. Bless you. And this volunteer, the one, who now owns the place, Tiffany, right? That was her name, Mike? Tiffany? Tanya
Haddix.
Tanya Haddix. She's very comfortable being the mouthpiece to this organization, and she is not doing a good service. She's running it into the ground hard.
Okay.
There's nothing else there.
Dude, she posted
You know
this.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Says the guy in a dunce helmet. There's nothing there.
Volunteered to wear it, by the way.
Very sweet intentions, and this really floored me today. This picture that she posted 5 days before Christmas, 2023.
That's an AI generated photo.
I wonder if she put the prompts in or Googled it. I bet you somebody sent it to her.
Suggested.
Yeah.
Do you care if I post
Suggested
this?
prompts.
Oh, that was
You could.
that was Connie or
This is Connie Casey. Yeah, you could befriend her on Facebook.
Don't do that.
And
Randy. Yeah.
Why not?
I know.
This
I want to
is-
be your
yeah,
friend,
you're
Connie.
doing this for research.
Yeah,
Yeah.
better than seeing what your high school friends are up to. You know.
Yeah.
I want to see what
She might
Connie's
be
up
at
to.
capacity right now, but who knows?
And it's.
Yeah, sometimes.
This Mike has a way with women.
Thank you, Jake.
Yeah,
That
she'll
means a lot to me,
probably boot somebody off her 5,000 friend list to make room for you if it
Thank you very
gets
much.
down to it.
I was just unfriended by Connie. Man, you got to see this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it tonight.
The lady
Tonka's
who's in charge of it now, looks like she's had her face ripped off.
Yeah, and it's.
And
dude,
she has not.
Oh,
It's unfortunate.
I mean, I realize like chimps are incredibly close to humans, but at the same time, like everybody does seem like they're Planet of the Apish in this documentary.
The director really did an amazing job of zooming in on all of her flaws. Yeah, she's clearly she's having a mental. There's something wrong.
is she getting work done? You think?
Oh, she is. Yeah,
during the documentary.
Yeah, they show it.
sure.
Oh,
She
really?
gets like lip filler and all that kind of stuff.
Oh no!
By a guy in a backward hat.
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you see her lips being
Does he
manipulated.
even have scrubs on?
He does, and he's wearing gloves, and everything looks very hygienic. But as they reveal the shot, he's wearing a black fitted baseball cap backwards.
With the
Fitted
helicopter.
backwards.
Yeah.
Helicopter on top.
I mean,
Yeah.
was it in a tattoo parlor?
Okay, see that still frame, Jeff? That perfectly sums up who she is.
Yeah, I was not expecting
We'll have to
that.
show this in the recording, Jeff, because this is that's what she did during her court hearing, the one that she won. It was a Zoom trial. Yeah, you'll watch it, you'll see it.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I want to tell you so much more
I
about this,
know.
but I know it's going to spoil it,
Yeah,
and it is
Okay, this is you've told
captivating.
us enough to.
Yeah.
to
he's doing a great
keep
job of
the-
leaving off all the stuff, and I'm ruining it. Yeah.
No, I think you're doing a great job of of making him want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a sight to.
Yeah. It looks like a bar said,
Forget.
who wants to drink free if they can do the best Undertaker impression?
Okay, I'm staying at my sister's and she's out of town. The kids are there, but you can still come over.
That's a perfect voice.
I know. Unfortunately, it was.
Whose voice is that?
Wait, does she actually sound like that?
No.
Okay, but
No,
somebody in the bar.
She sounds pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Alan Cumming with Tonka.
Little baby Tonka.
Tonka's so's baby in that.
And it's fucked up, and it's, at the Missouri Primate Foundation, I mean, the gist of it is that once these chimps are no longer profitable for them, they're just kind of afterthoughts.
Which is either they've aged out of it or their personality has become such a way that they can't behave on set the right way anymore.
Yeah, but also, like, Hollywood just doesn't use them anymore.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The late 90s kind of was the heyday for fucking
Yeah.
pimping your chimps.
The nine. Yeah, Exhibit had that short-lived show.
All right, so...
MTV3 needed
Yeah.
content.
I'm looking for a chimp with an aquarium.
yeah. So we hollowed out your chimp, and we put in a 50-quart cooler where his intestines used to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that's the darker element of it. But yeah, going back to what Jake says, it's just because you want them, give them to a fucking sanctuary, man.
Yeah.
Let them live where they're supposed to
Visit,
live.
yeah.
Right.
You want convenience chimps, and you can't have them.
Oh my God.
Convenience
Just like
chimps?
in the first installment of the redo of the Planet of the Apes series.
I haven't seen any of those movies.
No, neither have I.
Well, I don't mean to spoil it. It's in the first 20 minutes of the first movie, but James Franco as a chimp from his medical job where he does research. And eventually the chimp is trying to protect John Lithgow, who has dementia, gets into a little spat in front of the house. The chimp goes out and goes pretty fucking ape shit on the neighbor who is yelling at John Lithgow.
Whoa.
And then they have to take him to a sanctuary.
Lithgow? I'm not supposed to be here right now.
Now this is the
Let him cook.
I mean Lithgow, Harry and the Hendersons. So
Yeah.
this
Of course,
is
yeah,
familiar
yeah.
familiar monkey territory.
I think he was
Yes.
cast for a nostalgic reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And at the end, he says, "Get the hell out of here. Go on. Get the hell out of here. We
then
don't want
punches
you
him.
anymore." And then punches him, yes. What a sad but necessary moment
Yes.
in Harry and the
And
Hendersons.
they parody it in 30 Rock. We were just talking about 30 Rock.
Oh, yeah,
I
they
was just
do,
talking
yeah.
about 30 Rock.
I wonder if there's any like funny outtakes where the guy in the Harry and the Hendersons costume just goes fucking ballistic on it. Just starts ripping his hair out.
Just going,
It was the end of the movie, so he did keep a little bit of shit behind his butt, and he
Yeah.
fucking threw it at him for the first time.
Mike, but
Was that your own human shit?
the one thing I took away from this documentary with Alan Cummings, though, I was like, does he just want to pass away and have someone tell Tonka that he's passed away and have it be a filmed thing? You know, and they could capture that last moment with him and Tonka crying and, you know, the whole Robin Williams experience.
Oh my god.
You think he's competing for that?
No,
No.
I think he's a very
Neither do I.
sentimental fella
Yeah.
Sounds like you might.
who really built a bond with this chimp.
Yeah.
And it's the way that everybody speaks about these bonds. It seems like something that's like, God, I wish I had that.
With the chimp?
You had a similar experience.
I did, yeah.
You
That,
had to see gorilla pussy up close.
I
Dude.
know. I gotta find her again, man.
And I'm not talking about the band.
One thing that strikes me as strange with these ladies that obsess over chimps is like they have families. Because you
Yeah.
would see it if you would understand it more if they're just like, you know, maybe their husbands died and they don't have any kids, and it's just like, all right, this thing is bonding with me, and this is all I've ever wanted. But like all these chicks, like fucking Connie Casey or Tanya Haddock's, like they have families, man.
Yeah. Pretty disturbing.
Yeah. But
Got to be wild to be one of those kids, you know?
You think the other the classmates were jealous? Had to be, right?
Oh, 100%.
You wanted to go to that birthday party.
Yes.
Nobody's parents was letting you go over to sleep over at the chimp house.
but I mean,
right?
you could pay for the experience. They had chimp party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have footage of the chimps, too, at the parties, like, grabbing children, like, violently, and them having to break up. Like, we're just kidding around here at chimp party. Yeah.
They do it.
You're joking, right?
Yeah.
Say you're joking.
Chim, you're joking, please.
I'm joking.
Tap out.
Yeah, just imagine getting choked out at your own party. It's like you're in a laser tag vest.
He sign languages. I'll break it. I'll break it.
Yeah, dude, chimp party. Dude, we were watching we haven't watched the last episode yet. And I think we have one. I think we have the third one to watch still too, and they're going through the whole horrible Travis incident.
Yeah.
And my wife's watching it for the first time, like she really kind of like learning about Travis. She's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Yeah, Mike dressed like a monkey in one of our episodes. You gotta, it's really funny." And then they cut to like shit on the ground, and you're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
That's something we never saw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
horrible.
Yeah.
Chimp Crazy is great on its own merit, but I mean, the Travis section, there was so much never before seen footage and photography.
I've never seen any of that stuff.
Me neither. And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know that I necessarily needed to,
No, it didn't.
but it was just, it just added a whole new element to this story.
Yeah, dude, Travis really is like the Aaron Hernandez of chimps. Like nobody wants to talk about him.
He was buried in a number 81 jersey. It's ironic you say that, Jake. They're from the same area.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's in the water, dude. It's in the water. All right. This helmet just got a little tighter. I'm going to unclip it. Let it breathe a little.
Man, it sounds like a tire just got popped. We almost lost you there, Jake.
Thank you. Thanks, John.
Oh, boys. So, what kind of fast food you getting into?
I I had to slum it today. I had to get McDonald's right before I got here. I wanted to get the new Frosty Frights kids meal toy from Wendy's to give to my child. 6 Frosty Frights, all different. You got your Dracula, got your Ghost, all different themes, and then there's one variant to look out for each one. So each one comes in a slightly less common color. Wow, what a thrill that would be! Yeah,
Yeah.
I would pay to see you do unboxings.
should I do it?
I think you should, man.
Don't you do something right now with your friends with the Pokemon cards? You just watch it.
That's
right?
private, yeah. My friend.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's a private viewing.
Yeah.
We can speak about it.
I just crossed the line.
I'm so sorry, man. Did we cross the line? Did
I'll
we
give you
know?
a fucking the Squirtle and a fucking Charmander or whatever.
Y'all are being so sensitive for some reason. That's private. No,
So
we
sorry,
can't. That's
John.
not something.
John, please be good.
Do I need to hold your guys' hands for you to feel that my energy is good? Yeah, he buys the Pokemon cards, the Pokemons,
Yeah.
and I every once in a while I'll click answer. You know, a few of us will be in there, and he'll open up the card.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we're in
Tell
the
you
inner
what,
sanctum here, man.
Yeah.
This is
This is what
true
yeah.
true gratitude here, man.
Yeah.
You guys are being too fucking silly for my liking.
Honestly, people love you unboxing.
I'm being out silly.
The McNugget buddies, dude.
Yeah, I could do that, honestly, because that's like the only thing I get that's a surprise. It's got to be. I'll collect all these Frosty boys,
Yeah.
and I'll film myself doing it. It's really going to be a low point for me mentally to do this.
But you know people will enjoy it, man.
I do, and I think I will do it with a tinge of knowing that people will see that he's not being sincere. He is not that weird guy in a bow tie that's eating all the new fast food things.
Is that a real person?
Oh, you've never seen that guy? I wish I knew his name.
Do you know this guy?
The skinny guy who dresses up and he takes fast food very seriously. He gets the new novelty item at like every restaurant.
The only fast food guys I follow are the oh fuck, I wish I knew their names. It's Jackson and
Is it the
the
ones
two
you
guys
sent
that are
me?
like wash it down with a Coke Zero R. I've sent that to you both.
Yeah, where are they from?
I don't know, man, but they're incredible, and it's like they make me want whatever they're eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not hard to get a little bit of sponsorship money if I'm doing that, you know?
Brother, it's you single-handedly got me into McNugget buddies.
Yeah. And
It's-
now people bring them for us specifically to throw onto roofs, which
What a joy.
Yeah, it is.
Is
It
Brings to the
really
world.
quite incredible.
Yeah.
the feeling of like roofing something. It's like you forget how much joy that brings. you.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially something that you could sell on eBay for probably $25, you know? People want that.
Oh,
It's
man,
like
that's
the
part
one
of-
in their collection
Yeah.
they can't find.
Dude, that's part of the excitement. It's like knowing that you're fucking pissing that away, but then also knowing that there might be a guy going up to get it.
Yeah, maybe I will, but I'm dependent as far as unboxing goes. What else could I unbox besides these limited
everything.
edition?
Hats, all the drip.
You're a clothes horse, man.
Anything
Yeah.
you get delivered, I guess. Like,
You have a very unique way of explaining things. So I think with that said, you could unbox a coffin and make it funny.
big box.
All right, a lot of styrofoam.
Jesus Christ! Enough with the styrofoam already. And there's packing peanuts under this. What kind of order is that?
Why are they wet?
Oh, I did just piss in this. Silly me. Oh my God, how many times have I pissed in this? I don't know if I've ever watched very many unboxing videos. I guess they do it for the new iPhones, everything that you can think of.
I know kids love that shit. So it's
Yeah.
like I can only imagine, and I
That's
know
so weird to.
Yeah.
no, but it's
Is it is it a kid doing it for other kids, or is it an adult like ordering a fucking toy and
Dude,
being
there's
like,
a lot of that
"Here's-"
shit too.
there's a lot of all of this.
A lot of people doing that.
And to that point, like the joy that you displayed in that guitar store made me realize that like you're doing yourself a disservice by not by not conveying your knowledge of guitars to the world.
Oh man,
Dude, it's like I wish you were awake to hear this.
it's
But like John was asleep in the car when Jake and I went into this incredible guitar shop in Austin. And as soon as we got in there, Jake lit up, and it's just like he knew so much about every fucking guitar we were looking at.
I so wanted to experience that with
it
you.
was cool, man. I mean, I worked at a music store for a couple of years,
Yeah.
and it's like the only like knowledge I've retained. Just, I mean, they're fucking amazing instruments, you know. The types of wood, the difference between the neck thickness, there's so much. I know this is getting fucking weird.
No, go
yeah.
for it.
Talk about thick
It's-
necks,
it's-
brother.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at you staring at.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. They got the baseball bat kind of neck. That's like the 50s style. Then you got the slimline neck. That's the 60s. And then you got your fucking maple. I mean, I sound like an idiot right now. I'm going to get destroyed in the comments. But, like, you know, I prefer a maple fretboard. Even though I do like Les Pauls and Strats, and they tend to have rosewood or, you know.
Yeah.
What would a cheap acoustic have? An Ibanez that was $200 20
I still
years
play
ago.
Dude, you get it from Accent Music?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one of those still, and they sound incredible.
What would the wood be on the neck?
Probably a rosewood, like a cheap, very cheap rosewood. But that wood on those guitars they use in those beginner packs fucking aged beautifully, man. They sound really good.
Yeah, it doesn't sound bad at all.
Yeah.
And I haven't changed my fucking strings in a decade, so
That's
I'm
a-
sure it
yeah.
would sound even better.
That's
if I
like the
did.
crazy thing with those. Some of those cheap guitars, it's like a long-term investment. Like, I mean, you hear that all the time with guitars and their value and stuff like that. But in terms of like acoustic instruments and like the tone that it gives off, especially after aging, like 20, 30 years, depending on its environment, you know, if it's taken care of,
Yeah.
like, yeah, you gotta have like a humidifier, dehumidifier. They do all these different things to keep it
Yeah.
at like perfect temperatures. So
Yeah, I don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
It's always been in room temperature,
yeah,
but like nothing about the moisture in the air has ever been.
yeah, like I know, like when I worked at a music store, that's why all those acoustic guitars are always in a different room usually,
Oh yeah.
because they have humidifiers in there because it's sensitive to that. So
Okay.
they keep it very temperature controlled in that kind of atmosphere because it eventually affects their tone, and it could cause the bodies of the guitars to warp,
Right.
crack, all that kind of stuff.
It's been so long since I've been in a guitar store.
Yeah,
So did that Austin store have a separate acoustic room as well?
they did. Yeah, they had.
Nice.
I mean, it was kind of like a mixed bag. Like they had some acoustics out on the main floor, and a lot more in the back. But they also had other things in the back too. I think the basses were back there.
Yeah. All the amps were back there.
Yeah, all the amps too. So they just kept it in a less open environment, more controlled.
Yeah, that place was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It was so fun, like watching you just go ham on these fucking things.
Was he ripping?
No, I
Yeah.
was chilling. I was
No.
playing for tone.
But
Yeah.
his chilling is me like viewing that as ripping.
Yeah.
Where it's like, whoa, man.
Oh man, I was doing a lot of like letting chords ring out and just like I just want to hear what it sounds like. If I'm strumming on a $12,000 acoustic guitar, I want to hear like why it sounds like that.
Yeah.
And like that was so much fun, like hearing him explain that to me, because I don't know any of this stuff, and
Yeah.
like hearing, like, to me, it's, you know, I just see guitars where like he's
Yeah.
explaining everything in vivid detail.
Dude, there's a great documentary that's really awesome. It's Jack White, Jimmy Page, and The Edge. It might get loud. Jeff, you've seen it, I'm sure. But it opens with like Jack White just playing like a cigar box, like one string guitar that he made, and it doesn't matter how expensive a guitar is, like as long as you can play it, that's what matters. But it's cool to see what you can do with something so cheaply made too, like in that documentary. But like, I mean, that doesn't mean they don't have millions of guitar, or, you know, hundreds of guitars probably realistically that are worth thousands
Yeah.
in their collection.
Right.
The one thing you pointed out to me that I had no idea of was in the twangy country sound
Yeah.
comes from that specific kind of body. What is that?
Yeah,
What was
well-
that called?
Well, so that was the semi-hollow body.
Was it Rickenbacker? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that was like that was used more for like that surf rockabilly
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah,
As opposed to like the solid body, which
Yeah.
is more like a rock sound, right?
Yep, that was just like that. The solid body guitars are always made for like sustain. That's why people like rip on those, and you don't see them really go nuts on like that. Like Bob, like when you see Bob Weir strumming on that one guitar, like he doesn't really do solos too much on that, and you don't see John Mayer do it either. He usually sticks to the PRS because the solid tones just it sounds amazing.
What's Weir's is his semi-hollow?
Well,
one
he
that
uses
Bob Weir
he uses a
does.
couple. So like one he uses an Ibanez, like that's I think him or Jerry use an Ibanez. Now speaking out of depth here, but he also uses like a ES335. I was just watching the Grateful Dead documentary, the Bob Weir one on Netflix, and he goes through his room, and the first guitar he grabs an ES335. That's the one I was talking to you about. Like it's like the holy grail.
I'm smiling because I realize now Jeff is looking at a picture of Jack White.
That's dude.
with the cigar
But
box
for a
beside.
second, I thought it was a chimp funeral greeting card.
A genre that hasn't existed since 2005.
This right here is one of the coolest fucking openings to a music documentary I've ever seen.
Is he playing it slide style?
Yeah.
Just one string.
Yep.
That's sick.
And it has like a like just basically like a little tremolo mic that he has amplifying it through like a little shit speaker, like a that's not a shit speaker, that's like a Magnavox or something, like a Silvertone speaker or something. Old school, but really cool, man.
I just saw that.
And it seemed like they were very cool about like letting people just come and just fucking play with
Yeah,
everything.
Austin Vintage, dude. They'd let you.
That's amazing that they let you just pick up whatever.
I grabbed, dude. Like I mean, probably easily. Probably $100,000 worth of guitars
that you handled?
Yeah, within the time I was in there.
Oh my god!
But I also think like they could tell that you knew what you were doing and knew how how you valued each one, which is why they were just like, yeah, dude, brother, go for it.
Yeah, not any shithead. Like you're not gonna let a weirdo come in and
that dude on guitar.
Yeah.
Hey,
I did struggle putting the one back into the.
That wasn't your fault. That was the
Dude,
holders
yeah,
thing.
That's such a rookie move when you can't get it back into the fucking thing. I was like, this is so fucking embarrassing.
But then we still
right
couldn't
now.
get it in when I was helping you too.
Yeah.
It's like two guys
Yeah,
just struggling to
that's
hang
true.
up a guitar.
Are you talking about the other one, the Bob Weir documentary? I just watched that as well.
Yeah. I just started and then I had to turn it off, but we'll get
Yeah,
back to
that
it.
house is in Stinson Beach. We could go.
Yeah.
Try to wave to him, perhaps.
Somebody we know.
Hi, we doxed you, Bob. We're really big fans. Just want a quick picture and for you to make us a dinner.
Actually, I'm good on the dinner. I know you're very vegan and whole grain.
Well, we're going to be eating at the same time.
Yeah. We'll have In-N-Out, but we'll watch you eat.
Yeah. Do you want some of this Subway that we found on the side of the road?
Yeah, man, that's kind of stuff is awesome. Thanks for bringing it back up, Mike. That's fun to talk about.
It was just so cool to watch you just fucking explode. Like your brain
Yeah.
was just going nuts in there, and it's like to see how knowledgeable you were about all this shit made me hard. No, for real, it's
Yeah,
exciting seeing somebody else, so excited about
Yeah,
something.
thanks, man. Yeah, it was a long time since I've been in a good shop like that. That was awesome.
Are there any other like bucket list place for you, like guitar wise?
Norman's rare guitars. The shirt that Jason Segel wears in
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I've been there. That place is pretty fucking cool.
Where's that?
That's in Santa Monica. Yeah. And it's they have so many rare guitars there. Yeah.
That's the place that I was trying to describe to you, where
Okay.
Shifty Shell Shock from Come My Lady, yeah, from Crazy Town. There's a video of him doing an in-store performance of that, and I thought it was the place we were at in Austin, but then as I was driving, I was like, oh no, it's Norm's.
The Norms. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They get priced out quick because a lot of these big companies like Fender, they all have subsidiaries. Like Gibson has Epiphone, and basically, if you want to be an authorized dealer to these brands, you have to sell their shit subsidiary, and you have to sell so many of them to get the good stuff with Gibson.
As
Wow.
a dealer?
Yes,
Whoa,
That's
like
insane.
so. I'm probably revealing too much more, but the store
Six
that I work
strings
at
gonna
is
come
going
down to you, brother.
Yeah, they're going out of business right now, and it's sad. The guy, it was a dude who owned these 2 or 3 shops in Delaware.
Accent?
Yeah, and great, like a nice guy, just loved the business and stuff like that. But these big box shops like Guitar Center, Sam Ash is closing now in a lot of places. But because they're such bigger dealers that have multiple locations, they get a much better rate than you would being a one-off,
Right.
2-3 location music store. So
Tough to be a small fish in this pond at this point.
The moment Guitar Center opened in Delaware, I was like, oh, this is a ticking time bomb.
What year was that?
That was probably 2009, 2008 when they opened. That was probably the first one in Delaware. And
Where
the
was
only
it,
reason I know
202?
that is because it's like I worked at this music store.
Yeah.
I would be weird if I knew. In Iowa, they opened up. Yeah, I was there probably 2005 to like 2007, 2008.
That was the one by Hibachi and Target and Sullivan
Hibachi's.
Steakhouse.
Yep.
You ever just get to go from Hibachi?
Oh, you know I did.
What?
Because you can do that. I mean, if you work next door, you don't have to
Yeah,
go. You
I
don't
got-
want to go sit through the fucking
Yeah,
show every time. Every lunch break, you're there.
An hour and a half.
Just as excited every
Getting
single
docked.
day.
Yeah. I had to order the Samurai because you don't get the show and you still pay full price. That's a joke I wrote in 2006 that is still not working for some reason. For some reason, it's not working.
I'll keep trying it
Yeah.
every 18 years.
Is John Mayer doing anything special now?
Now that the Dead & Co. run is over at the
Yeah.
Sphere. Hopefully he's putting out some new music, writing a new album, but he might be about to tour again, maybe.
Yeah, I just hope he's not waiting on the world to change.
Well, election season is upon us.
Yeah.
Man, that live album of his really
Yeah. The
still
trio.
really cooks, baby. The one, I think I played it. I mean, you guys have clearly heard it, but I think I played it around you guys. But the Slow Dancing in a Burning Room.
Oh.
What is that one? It's
I don't
It's
know that
not
album.
any given Tuesday. It is, or any given Thursday. It's the like live in Los Angeles one.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's called like As If or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's like a full like almost 30 song concert.
Yeah, it was incredible,
album, right?
man.
Yeah, but the trio album.
Dude, okay.
I wish he would make a trio album every other album.
I don't want to. So when I worked at the I was very jaded to his style. I just thought he was a copy of Dave Matthews Band.
He had
Yeah.
one independent release and 2 studio releases by then.
Yeah.
And they were
Your
all
body is a wonderland.
kind of minivan mom, soccer mom.
But dude,
poppy rock.
you get into what he's playing and you're like, whoa, this is fucking, this sucks. And then you look at how he plays it and you're like, this
It
sucks.
is not easy
Yeah.
music to play.
Yeah, he's nasty, man.
Yeah, he really is so fucking good. And when that album Try came out, I mean, it was game over, dude.
Yeah, total game changer for. I
Really
think he
opened my
garnered
eyes
a
to what he
lot
could
more
do.
respect.
Yeah.
I think he was on the cover of Rolling Stone with Frusciante and Derek Trucks the next year after that came
Yeah.
out as like the new
That's
guitar
right.
gods or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really started
Trucks
to get.
was a young prodigy too, man. I think he was like,
Yeah.
he was on the cover when he was like 15 or 16.
and he was playing with the band at like 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, them, the Allman Brothers, right?
That's who he
Yeah,
started
yeah.
playing with, the Allman Brothers, at like 13 or 14, I think.
Yeah.
Damn, Trucks was on the road that young. Let me stop playing.
I was just listening to him yesterday.
Solo?
Tedeschi Trucks.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Another band at Bonnaroo that their name didn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with like Rat Dog.
Dude, yeah.
I walked. No, that's Bob Weir's.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry.
And he mostly plays Grateful Dead shit. It just didn't have that on my radar. Like jam band shit was not
Yeah.
really my thing. Even though I was like going to see My Morning Jacket, who jams
They
big time,
they
you know.
ruled, Yeah.
I don't know. Just didn't have enough knowledge of the Grateful Dead at that point.
Highly suspicious of you.
I like that song.
I gotta take a leak. Do you guys want to
Yeah.
keep going, or you
Yeah.
want?
Oh,
Yeah, go let it drain. It's trash night. I'll pop another one. Drain it. I'll drain one.
yeah, man.
Dude, that was the best live concert to date. Still, even after the Sphere, and after last year in Philly with Dead and Company, those two are my
Really?
round out the top 3. Yeah, My Morning Jacket in 2008 at
Man.
Bonnaroo. They played for 4 hours. And I'm not fucking around. Like, this is in plenty of top 10 live concerts of all time.
Yeah.
To the point where I was like, was it just drugs?
Yeah.
Or was it fucking...
Yeah, like, was it nostalgia?
All these reviews say they literally
You were at the
controlled
performance.
the weather.
Dude.
The harder they rocked, the harder it rained.
It's so funny.
Between songs,
Yeah.
it's just fucking drizzling. Then when it builds back up, like, it's not even a fucking
That's
drug
crazy.
observation. It was
yeah.
everybody was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Just sitting there in a poncho, pissing next to my shoe whenever I had to.
In a roundabout way, that's kind of how people describe the Grateful Dead, though. Like, just noise, and then when they connected and started to really fucking jam out, it was like otherworldly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once they hit that fucking groove. Otherwise, it was just like a bunch of dudes just like noodling around on their instruments and like whatever, like, you know, just a drive-in beat. But then all of a sudden, they all connected for like 6 fucking minutes, and you're like,
Yeah.
whoa, what just happened?
Yeah, My Morning Jacket's not like the noodling aspect
Yeah.
of jam band though. Like,
Oh, dude, I love My Morning Jacket. Like, I'm amazed. Like, that whole, like,
their albums are
2008
fucking great.
was a great time to see them.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
fucking
right when Evil
that's-
Urges came out.
Yeah, that's the highest peak I feel.
Yeah, and they played a lot of that, and it was
That's
great.
awesome.
Everybody was hearing it for the first time.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and that's when Metallica. It was the year Metallica was headlining the main stage.
At Bonnaroo?
Yeah, and
Wow.
I did not go to see Metallica. Did not have any interest.
Yeah.
So we got crazy good spots for My Morning Jacket.
That's insane.
And then when they split, they did 2 sets. On the second set, I think it was the encore. Kirk Hammett came out and played
With My Morning Jacket.
One Big Holiday with them,
I mean,
which is such a sick opening riff.
yeah.
And then pass the solos around.
That's so
Yeah.
fun.
It was fucking amazing.
He's incredible, man. At every Metallica show, Kirk Hammett and Robert Trujillo, they just jam for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a point in the concert where I think they're just doing it to give James Hetfield a break,
Yeah.
and like they just make up a jam. Well, that's what the jam is, but like they're just cruising for like 10 minutes.
And
Yeah.
what's Hetfield doing?
He's sitting off to the side of the stage, and he's usually like drinking tea and smoking a cigar.
Is he the?
He's in a big massage chair.
Just like face down.
I like the table, though. That's nice.
He's the lead singer, right?
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
sings every fucking note, and the other guys sing back up a lot.
Yeah.
But Hetfield also plays rhythm guitar.
Yeah, and he's still incredible, man. I
Yeah.
think he's probably 64 years old, I would guess.
Yeah.
God damn, they're getting fucking up there.
I know, and they still fucking go nuts, man.
Rock stars, if they make it past fucking 30,
Yeah.
a lot of them can do that.
Yeah, man. I think, he had his issues, and I think he got past them, and I think because of that, he's able to just fucking...
Are you talking about
Keep
Saint
cruising.
Anger?
Yes.
Saint Anger made me want to disappear, which was from the Mission Impossible soundtrack.
I remember being so mad. Like, when that first came out, like, me and my boy Steve were so pumped for Saint Anger to come out.
Yeah.
And we heard it, and we just, like, looked at each other like, oh, no, I don't like this.
Oh, it's a bad album?
I don't like it.
It's a stinker, dude.
Yeah.
It
Really?
sucks. Yeah, it's notoriously made fun of for the snare sound. Because
Really?
It sounds like a garbage can. That they thought it'd be really fun to have this really nice metallic sound, and it just really it's so distracting from anything. And also the songwriting isn't great. It was like just as Hetfield was getting clean, and
Okay.
they were also going through a lot of stuff at that time.
What Mission Impossible was it coinciding with?
That was so Mission Impossible. That was the I Disappear. That was the last like banger. Was that the comeback to Saint Anger, or was that before or after?
I don't know, man.
I feel like Saint Anger was after that.
Is it one of the first 3 Tom Cruise ones?
It was the last one, I think.
Okay.
The one in the desert and shit. Was that all of them?
I haven't seen them.
The first one is the classic one where he gets dropped down and,
Yeah.
and is almost going to sweat under that sensor floor. The second one is when they have that sick motorcycle endo at each other and he whips the gun out. And I don't know if that's in the
cool.
desert. That seems like a
That was I feel like
sandy
there's-
area that they're in. I remember
Yeah.
sand flying up with the gun at some point. Do you guys remember this?
I never saw them.
No?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't
None
think I've,
of them?
I've never seen a Mission Impossible.
I think
movie.
I made myself rewatch Mission Impossible 1 recently, and it It's pretty cool, but also very dated at this point.
Yes,
which is
the
a
new
bummer.
ones have a different tone. After
Yeah.
3, it was basically rebooted, essentially.
Yes. Yeah. Grittier.
Do you have something against Tom Cruise?
No, I love him. It takes me forever to just enjoy cool things. I will get around to it, but it's. I think the last Tom Cruise movie that I watched was Minority Report, maybe.
That's not the most recent Tom Cruise movie you've seen.
I think so.
From
yeah.
2001.
No way.
I remember I watched it.
Eyes Wide Shut.
I've never seen it.
Never saw War of the Worlds.
Never saw it.
Never saw Vanilla Sky.
Never saw
Never
it.
saw that one.
I like him.
Saw
Yeah.
fucking
I think that's
Jack Reach. Jack Reachers are great.
They seem great.
They're
I
really
haven't
good.
seen them yet.
Fucking Oblivion
You know
was
why they
amazing.
call it Jack Reacher? He's tiny.
Were you tightening the strap?
I think it's, you know how girls just play with their fucking hair. I'm just playing with the strap. I'm at that point now.
Live, Die, Repeat. No, the original title was Edge of Tomorrow.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
a great one with Emily Blunt. It's like Groundhog Day became a genre, essentially.
Yeah.
Did you see Palm Springs with Andy Samberg on Hulu?
That was fun.
No,
It's a
that seems like a
great-
movie I would
Yeah,
like.
that was
though.
really
a
fun.
great
And I love
use of Groundhog Day as the genre.
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow is kind of in the same vein. Tom Cruise, it's like almost like video game-esque. He dies in this war every day,
Yeah.
but learns from his mistake the day before, and then eventually makes it to
I
the
like
end
that.
and saves the day.
Yeah.
Really cool concept. I love Groundhog Day as a genre.
Juicy Jeff, are you a Tom Cruise guy?
I'm in the same boat as you. I've never seen any of the Mission Impossible movies.
Not even
I would
the
like to,
first
like-
one. The first
No.
one was huge when it came out.
I mean, they came out in the 90s. I was a kid. So,
Honestly, you can basically skip the first 3 and
That's
start with the
crazy.
one. No, it was like rebooted enough that the one that came out in 2011,
Is that Ghost Protocol? Is that
that was
one?
a couple years later.
Okay.
That might be the third of the reboots. That one alone was like, Tom is back. That was like when he had a string of like 4 bangers in 5 years. You got to get back on the cruise train.
No, man. He's somebody I like a lot.
Cruise.
The thing that made me
He made
wanna-
a truck noise for the cruise train.
I did it.
So,
Dude, the thing that got me back on board with the cruise train is when we were in Austin. It was just a random video that was playing, and it was Tom Cruise teaching people how to turn off the motion sensing because he hates it so much.
This weirdly specific video.
Because
on the televisions?
that's what it's
the
called.
motion smoothing.
Motion smoothing.
Oh.
Because
He's a man after my own heart.
I know, dude. We were talking about it because what were we watching?
We
Like,
did that in the TV
Yeah.
at the Airbnb.
Yeah, and he was just like, "Look, this is not the way the director intended the movie to be seen."
Yes.
And go instructed people how to go by specific things.
It is a difficult
Wow.
setting to change on
It's
lots of
nuts,
TVs.
and I hate that
Yeah.
it is the default.
yes, you have to change
It's
it
total
when
pain
you
in
buy
the
a new
ass,
TV.
yeah.
Gross.
Do you know what it's meant for sports?
Right.
So I feel like for some reason TV companies only think of people buying TVs for sports. So they just
Yeah,
put that as
I
the
get
default
it.
setting.
I mean, that's
but it makes
that's your everyday, right? Or because if you watch baseball, it's 152 games a year.
baseball does not need it.
Hockey-
Baseball's not
Well,
really
that's the
high speed
lowest
enough
one. Yeah.
for it to. I'd rather baseball not look as good as fucking a movie
Yeah.
instead of a movie looking like a soap opera.
Yeah.
The effect, the frames per
It's
second
insane.
effect is.
I hate it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
We can all agree.
yes,
Tom Cruise is a real one
Man.
He is.
for doing that
Dude.
video. That's so fucking weird.
There's a scene that lives, like, I hate to use the term rent free in my head.
You already jumped off the diving board.
Yeah, I
before
know.
you
I know.
regretted
It sounds like fuck. Maybe I should stay off
get your
TikTok
swim
for a
cap
while.
on when you were
Yeah.
fucking saying.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's from The Firm. You guys see that movie? Great movie.
Oh yeah, it's a great
Great.
one.
Awesome movie. But there's one scene that drives me crazy. It's like when they're getting wooed to move to Kentucky, right? Is that where where they moved?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
weird spot like
I don't
small-
remember
Louisville, I
that well
think, yeah.
enough.
Yeah, and they're walking. They get done dinner and they're just walking in the neighborhood. And there's a kid that's like clearly doing like cartwheels and tricks for money. and Tom Cruise and his wife and the couple they're with are just walking by, and then Tom Cruise all of a sudden starts running alongside him and does the exact same cartoon or cartwheel choreography, like 2 cartwheels, a backflip.
I know this
and then
clip.
they high five each other. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then they just continue with the conversation.
I think he just wanted to do it.
yeah. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Wait, do you think that he actually did that?
Oh, he 100% did it.
Well, he
He was that good of a gymnast? I know he does his
did-
own stunts
Yeah.
classically,
Yeah.
but like, that is an insane.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why he did it. He was showing off.
I had
He was
no
hamming for the camera.
idea that was actually him. I've
That'd
seen
be
that
the
clip on
weirdest
Twitter.
thing to hire a stunt double for.
But so that's not in the John Grisham novel.
I can't imagine John Grisham wrote that.
Yes.
That is so bizarre. I
Yeah.
never knew that.
But I don't know, like Tom Cruise is out there enough as to where like I think he would want that, and then also he has the cachet to get that.
Yes.
If he's just like, all right, I'm doing this movie, but we're gonna do an acrobatic scene.
Yeah.
In this
That's his one
this
stipulation.
Kentucky Thriller.
Yeah. I mean, that does seem like the same person that would jump up on the couch at Oprah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he already in the grasps of Scientology by then?
He always was, right? He
From
was,
the 80s?
I think so,
He
yeah.
was early onset Scientology. Right?
Yeah, early onset Cyan. That's
He had
so
those thetas.
funny. Was the firm after Jerry Maguire or before?
Jerry Maguire was 97, I think. The
All right.
firm was
The Firm was
before
like
that.
94.
The
Right?
firm,
Or
I
early
think,
90s?
I'm gonna
93 or
guess
94.
94.
No way.
No, 93.
I'm going to say 88.
Really?
88 or 92. That's where
Jake,
I'm going.
you're gonna see. I know you're already wearing a helmet, but you're gonna seem even dumber. And I apologize for
Juicy Jeff is already on it.
The firm was 1993.
Yep.
And then Jerry Maguire's 96. Same year as
fuck
Mission
me,
Impossible. They both came
Wow.
out same year.
Jerry Maguire and Mission Impossible the same year.
that. Wow,
man.
There's another fascinating one like that with Jim Carrey, right?
It's The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Ace Ventura all came out in 94 or 93.
That was 94.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
1 year, 3 bangers.
Oh, and Joe
Yeah.
Pesci did Goodfellas, I think, and Home Alone in the same year.
Whoa, man.
What a wild,
Juxtaposition.
yeah.
How's
the
that for
word.
a fucking meme? What? What?
Is Pesci's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Pete Davidson's Peacock show that Shane Gillis was
Oh,
in.
yeah.
And
Bupkis, right?
yes.
Yeah.
And he was pretty fucking funny, man. It's insane that it took Pete Davidson to convince him to do something outside of a Scorsese vehicle.
Yeah.
But I was like, holy shit, dude. Because he hasn't really done anything.
He was in The Irishman,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Scorsese.
but that was still recent.
Are you
right?
listening to the podcast in that headphones? Or,
I'm still looking
you're
up.
warming up for Pearl Jam next week, buddy.
I'm still looking at Tom Cruise.
Yeah, dude, that's one of those ones where I'm just feeling air right now.
No.
Yeah.
Tell us about Pesci, man.
Yeah, dude. He seems like he's a funny guy too.
He does, yeah.
Like very prickly though too. It
Yeah.
seems like.
Is this a personal story, or is this something that was wild? Was he instructing somebody not to eat pussy because of the problems it causes?
Are you confusing him with Michael Douglas?
No, I think he thinks the same thing as Michael Douglas.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, what a wonderful age to live at.
I know, yeah. These guys that just don't want to eat pussy.
You know, it's actually dangerous.
It can actually kill your pets too.
I'm pretty sure I've told this infamous story on this podcast, but do you recall the time I met Joe Pesci?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah. What did he say to you?
I asked him for his autograph, and he said, "What's your name?" And I said, John.
Oh.
And he said, John, how do you spell that?
Yes.
And I said, Jon. And he said, what happened to the And I said, it's silent. And he said, it's silent. I like that.
That's incredible, dude.
But immediately I was like, that doesn't make sense. I should have said it's invisible.
No, you nailed it. 10 out of 10 right there. It's silent. Come on now. Don't doubt yourself.
Hey, even then, you were Johnny Delco, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, great guy. I really broke him down. I like that. What? And now I do fucking comedy and a podcast with my bros?
Dude, tweet at him right now.
Pesci saw me in. Yeah.
Pesci made my dreams disappear.
No, Jake.
No.
I think I'm doing good.
Yeah, we're living.
Hey, I'm happy.
Yeah,
Jake, no more, man.
Wait, am I not doing that good?
Jeff got it off.
No, this is.
Wait a second. I was saying that as a compliment. I was saying we were all doing so good.
You are doing
Yeah, you're doing great.
Oh, my
right,
God,
I'm
Jake. It's trash night. Oh, man. If you could... Who is the one celebrity, if you could meet them, it would just make your everything? Who would it be?
I feel like I can't pick somebody that I actually daydream about. You know what I mean? Because there's no way that would go smoothly.
Who do you daydream about?
Shut the fuck up. You don't have enough time left in this podcast.
Oh, no, we do. All right, do you watch the same podcast?
I've never seen it, actually. I only perform it. I think I would have to rely on internet lore at this point and go with somebody along the lines of a Bill Murray or a Keanu Reeves who like goes out in public and does that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Bill Murray might be the guy.
Yeah. I just saw a very sweet thing with him and Sam Levine.
Yes. That was nice.
Yeah, that was very cool. You know him from Freaks and Geeks?
Okay, yeah, the kid.
He's
Also
great.
in The Bastards movie by Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, he's in that too.
Yeah, he's a terrific actor, man. And he said he met Bill Murray actually approached him and said, "Hey, man, I love your work."
No way.
Yeah.
Were they at a Cubs game? I know it started
They had
with
the
like
hat.
him wearing
Yeah,
the Cubs
probably.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Juicy Jeff, who's your celebrity fantasy?
I don't know. I always feel like you don't want to like meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have such high expectations that you don't want it to not meet it and then sour it. But like, yeah, I mean, maybe like Adam Sandler.
Oh,
because
God,
he
yeah.
seems like
Yeah.
he's very personable. Like
Yeah.
I see videos of him like on like he's walking down the street and
Walking
someone
down
like
the street. Yeah.
somebody's like, "Yo, Sandler." He's like, "Yo, man, how you doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely most approachable.
Mm-hmm.
This is maybe a weird one, but or maybe it's not. Dude, I don't care. Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah, I see
is
that.
a fucking. I mean,
You know he's going to be flanked by 5 19-year-olds. Jake, you sick freak. I see where you're going. No, as far as quality acting and like
Dude.
being in amazing movies, that's,
Yeah.
a,
No
bad
that's a
movies,
good call.
man.
yeah, honestly, like, fucking. I know The Departed, like that's one movie I've seen a billion times.
And some of the best acting performances, Wahlberg, Baldwin,
yeah,
fucking Leo,
oh man, and just
Damon, they're all
I've never seen a movie
geniuses.
that dramatic and like have obviously funny parts, but then have the funniest death scenes in the
Yeah.
world. Like it's
Yeah.
so crazy how well that was done.
That's a strong contender for best movie.
yeah,
yeah.
It's got everything.
yeah,
It's
it really
one
does.
of the best.
Watch your mouth. No, you watch it. Oh my god. yeah,
I used to work when I worked at Chai. I worked in the emotional support program,
yeah.
and
Where were you when I needed you, Mike?
We thought it was cool just because it was a buck wild program, but and also because it was we were going into a holiday break. But you know, Christmas time people have a tendency to put on movies in school, so
Yeah.
we put on The Departed, and the assistant principal happened to pop in. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
For the kids. Oh my God.
that was his argument. It's for the kids.
Did he say F in front of the kids?
No, he called us because I was standing on the wall with my buddy Brian and the teacher Tom.
Trying too high.
Yeah, he's like, "Can I talk to you for a second?"
Mike's behind the projector screen. Yeah.
He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, that's insane. What age were the kids?
High school, right?
Yeah, like they range because it was special ed. It was like there were kids in there between like 16 and 21.
Okay. I say old enough.
I do too.
Yeah.
And like listen, I mean, even though they were in special ed, like these are just kids who just needed structure.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
16's fine.
That the Departed could provide.
I mean, they're 2 years away from seeing it in the theater if they're 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could have easily seen it with an adult.
I think so too.
You were
man.
the adult.
Yeah.
And you got yelled at for it.
Yeah, and I still feel bad.
Did he make you turn it off?
yeah, yeah.
Ah.
Put on like fucking Elf or some shit.
So I was flipping through TV the other day, and Band of Brothers was on, which is like one of my favorite all-time shows.
Never seen it.
Oh, dude, it's so good. I used to watch it like every year. I'd be like, put it on, watch it every year. And my sophomore year, I mean, it's very graphic. I got my wife to watch it, and she stopped after like episode 4 or 5 because it's very. But our sophomore year history teacher made us watch that. I think it was like a couple weeks where that was all we did. But
That's
to show like 16-year-olds, like, I mean, it's like really gory.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cursing and stuff.
But I think that's appropriate, especially because you're at the age where you're making decisions where you might potentially enter the military.
True.
And it's a better visualization.
Give him the helmet, please.
The helmet, please.
It's
a
so
much
you don't want to.
better way to learn about the war. Like, you don't give a fuck reading about war, dude. I couldn't give a shit about history in high school.
Yeah, how could you relate?
I don't know if
Right.
I don't know if he was still there when you were at Bonner, but we had a history teacher with a massive dome.
Griff.
Yes,
Mr. Griff.
and it's like the man was a wealth of historical knowledge, but all you could focus on was the size of this guy's fucking head.
It's crazy.
I never had him, but we called him Light Bulb Head.
Yes, yeah.
That
Light bulb
crazy.
head?
Dude,
Was he
No
bald as
way.
well?
No, he had
And you
hair.
named him on the podcast.
Dude, it was
He
fuck-
Mister, no first name.
yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. Mr. Griff.
The light bulb's
very
out.
sweet guy. My God, Jake.
I'm sorry. Rest in peace.
Yeah, man, an incredible guy, but massive fucking head, man.
I wish I would love to see a picture of this guy.
I'll find one for you.
Yeah. Put him up in the chat, Jeff. Oh, wait, we're not live? Okay. I still think we're live.
Oh, here we go, man.
You got a picture of the dome? We talking long hair? What's the hairstyle? You got to do something to try to
Bangs.
wigs.
He didn't have
maybe?
long hair.
Was it just a little bit on top, short on the sides?
A little curly
It was
swirl.
a head-shaped issue. It was like, whoa.
It was shaped like a light bulb. It was pretty big.
Shut the fuck up. It's Beavis. I'm sorry. I hope that's not the obituary picture.
That's the best version of hair I think you could do.
Yeah, he's got great hair, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did what he could.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's honestly more of a small chin
Can't help that.
situation.
You have to buy like a smaller fitted hat and just hope it shrinks down, kind of like
I don't know, man.
how people bind their feet. Yeah,
He looks like a Spider-Man villain,
looks like a really nice guy though.
but I like him.
Yeah, he was a great guy. Incredible, just the amount of knowledge that this man had.
There was one
Watch out
teacher
for Griff.
that was so autistic.
Oh my God. Dude, I hope our corpses get fucked when we die, man.
Man.
Dude. Woo, man.
No, they usually blow me up on the beach. That's usually the way they stick a dynamite. There's a crowd.
People wearing ponchos 100 feet away.
Oh, is Gallagher performing? Kinda.
Yeah,
He's smashing the button.
yeah, your pallbearers are wearing fucking rain gear.
Gallagher 2 showed up just for the fucking mallet smash. It's old-fashioned TNT. push down, gallery smash.
Oh man.
Cartoon funeral for the ages. They should let you do that. You should
They
be able to
should.
get a permit for
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably can.
Just have a
Probably.
big enough plastic tarp around that you pull it all up, incinerate it at the end.
Would you want to see that?
To see it, no. Experience it, sure. Why not? You know?
I imagine the smell has got to be worse than the sight.
Yeah. Are you talking about whales or me?
Jay, come on, brother.
Both are probably bad smells, but
I was
yeah.
thinking humans in general. You were talking about whales?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking humans. Oh, so you're talking whales. Okay.
No, I love you. I don't want to think about you in that state.
I had no problem with it.
Yeah.
You guys are really in a sensitive zone. I like that.
I don't think I'd want to see it, but I would be curious enough to kind of like look through the fingers.
Yeah.
I'd take a look at it for sure. Mm-hmm. It ain't a train wreck. Nobody's getting hurt.
What do you think,
The
Jeff?
whale's already dead.
I don't know. I feel like I would have I'd probably pull like a lard ass and start throwing up, and then everybody starts throwing up on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would be pretty far in my mind. I'm talking like just enough to see that there was an explosion. Barely discern that it was a whale. Maybe a little bit closer than that. A couple 100 yards away in my mind.
Out of the splash zone.
Little bit up of a, maybe on a hotel
In a
balcony.
bunker.
An elevated bunker. One of those beachfront sky bunkers they have in,
Normandy.
in New Jersey. Yeah. One of the towers on the
Yeah.
Delaware beach. But I would take a look at it, would you?
I don't know that I would like to, man.
I mean, I wouldn't like to see it, but
Nothing's getting hurt.
I know, but
Yeah,
it's
if it's
just,
already
it's just
dead.
a whole thing. I
how
don't
else
know.
are they going to get rid of it, though?
I understand. Like, it's a
Yeah.
necessity, but I just don't think I want to be a part of that.
Yeah. That crew that shows up to watch it.
I think in my mind I'd be far enough away where I think I wouldn't smell it.
Okay.
Once it was gone, I would.
Oh, I think that whole
would-
town permeates for a couple of days.
Man, what if it rolls up at the fucking?
Every restaurant has to close for like a week.
What if it happened like right at Rehoboth Boardwalk and Rehoboth Avenue? Like
I mean, I'd want to see it.
that would, if it really smelled like that, that would ruin a fucking holiday weekend.
Turn Funland into Sadland. Yeah. Yeah.
Every time you go up on the Sea Dragon, you see the fucking whale carcass, and then all of a sudden it's not there anymore.
Sitting on the top of Funland, just rotting in the sun. 1,000 seagulls eating it. I mean, that's the alternative is you just let it sit there or what, chop it up?
You feel terrible too, like if there's rotting whales on the beach that people don't know about, like especially like guys that are fingering girls under the boardwalk. They're like, "Is it?"
So many things to think about, you know.
Yeah, I never really thought about the shenanigan,
Yeah, because it's I don't know, man. I've seen I've been on a big shark video kick, and I've seen videos of sharks getting too close to the beach and people trying to push them back in, and the shark snapping on them.
Are you watching the attacks?
Yeah,
That's not fun.
yeah. It's
Why are you doing that to yourself?
it was I wanted to see one because it was the
Yeah.
I think it was like the July 4th one.
He gonna do one.
Wasn't there like where
That's the
was that
sharks are
happening?
saying.
Texas, right? Like not Galveston, but the other end, closer to the Mexican border.
Okay,
I guess near Corpus Christi, perhaps.
yeah. My curiosity got
It was
the
like
better of
8
me
in
there.
one day, right?
He had a
wait.
bad day.
Oh wait, you saw the chunk taken out of the
Yes,
woman's leg.
yeah, and that was the thing. I saw the blurred picture. And I was like, all right, part of me
Yeah.
wants to see this, man.
Yeah, same.
It was
Actually,
like fucking insane, man.
I didn't even seek out the unblurred version, but it came into my feed, and I was like, you see a lot of bad things that desensitize you on Twitter,
Yeah.
but that one was like, dude, I might not get in the fucking ocean ever again.
And dude, I think part of the horror was that the person was still living.
Yeah.
It would be easier to digest, no pun intended, if that happened and a person was dead. It'd be like, that's interesting. But the person is still like alive and like processing what's happening.
Yeah. Did you guys see that picture? It was not like a cartoon shark mouth shaped chunk out of the woman's calf.
I think I did see this, and I try to actively erase it from my brain. Like, oh, this is fake. That was a real image. Damn.
Dude, Do you get in the ocean when you go to the beach?
I like it. Yeah,
I love to ride waves in.
I do too. I
But
don't.
when you're out that far to catch a wave, that's where that's where these people get. They're not way out being show offs and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
touching the fucking sand and they're getting
Yeah.
It's like,
attacked.
brother, I'm respectful of your turf. Like, just fucking don't get me here.
Just let me ride some waves, in,
bro.
dude.
Can I boogie board in peace, dickheads?
Yeah. I like to ride 50 every time I step foot in the water, okay? I'm going to come in twice a day, so that's going to be 100. Can you give me my space? Can you let me keep my damn digits?
Yeah, man. I'm respectful of sharks to a degree, but it's like, brother, if you're jawsing me, I'm in your territory. If you're doing this shit that sharks are doing nowadays,
I think
you know,
we need to increase the hunting.
Yeah.
Start killing these motherfuckers. I
yeah,
think the
I'm
laws.
with you. Make an example of one.
Yeah.
They need
It's like fucking deer.
I think they need like shark collars. Anytime they get close, you zap them.
How embarrassing would it be for a shark to be definned? That's what they should do. Like send him back out into the ocean without his fin.
Man. Give him, or just give him a much smaller fin.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with this thing? Just keep sinking.
Yeah, the Jaws music is just much more high pitched.
Yeah, dude, and it's crazy because like, I mean, they're so close. Like you said, like they're hitting the sand.
Yeah, it's like, come on, brother.
Terrifying.
Yeah, I think there was just one in Jersey.
The drone footage is catching a lot of that stuff.
Oh,
Those what I thought were my mortal enemies are now saving lives.
Why were drones your mortal enemies?
Legit, I told you this story before. I had one hover over top of me on Lewis Beach in Delaware years before everyone had drones. It was just like one. It was like, oh my god, a drone! Look at how crazy a drone! Everyone, and then everyone's like. And then they just watch it stop over me and hover. And you see me just slowly sink down into the water like a hippopotamus.
dude, some fucking ocean pervert's just fucking cranking his meat to you, Jake.
Dude.
I don't think you ever told us that, honestly.
No, I like it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. Do you think he was trying to
Okay.
alert you? Do you think he thought you were a shark? Do you think he was trying to warn you that there was a shark there?
I feel like it would have been making a movement like,
Yeah.
smelling out shark.
Yeah, start nipping your ear. Let's get out.
No, it just stopped and I was like, whoa. He gave me a Joey Lawrence and just froze right above me and hovered for a while. Because it was cruising too, man. It did like
It went.
yes, that's exactly what it did. It was going down the beach like probably 25 miles an hour, maybe 20, and then it got to me, and it went past just a little bit. And I was like, let's come back here, and it just hovered, and I was like, geez, I was like, come, get around, trying to splash it
Out of here.
Yeah,
There's probably ordinances now. This is pre
oh, definitely,
rules for the beach with drones
Yeah.
era.
yeah. This was
The Wild West of drone laws.
probably 2011, 20, maybe 2013, like in that area.
Over 10 years ago. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah. Early on in the fucking. I don't think you could just buy one at Best Buy at that point, right? You probably had to.
Maybe like a super high end one.
Yeah.
For a while, my favorite, I don't know why, it just like kept popping up on my feed, but it's a page called Bums and Drones, and it's kind of fucked up, the concept of it.
Sounds like you're about to say something sad.
It's basically like people go with drones and they like fuck with people, like homeless people, and like they'll just like do the same thing. They'll just like hover over them until like the person's like usually on drugs, and they're like,
Yeah.
Oh
what
my
the fuck
God.
is that?
The government
and then
really
they
is
start
watching
like,
Jesus
me.
Christ,
What a
man.
nightmare.
then they start like throwing stuff at it, getting pissed off, and like that's where like that's what you're seeing. Like the main content is like these people just like freaking out and
Yeah.
like throwing stuff at the drones, and
I
like
might be on that channel.
maybe.
I mean, after I threw like my 4 bath toys, I had nothing to protect me, and I slunk down.
Brother, you can unbuckle that.
No, I'm going to tighten it up. I'm honestly worried about that video, the drone video of me on the beach popping up. like
I would use that as a special promo.
and then
dude.
there was also another one when I used to work for a university, and I like did facilities work. So like it was my job to make sure like people weren't where they like in the right areas and not in spots they're not supposed to be. And one day like a bunch of kids,
You were a narc?
not a narc.
You were like fucking mall security guard? Get out of here, kids.
In this instance, yes, but also like I really wanted to. So, urban explorers is what they're called, where they basically parkour through the city on top of buildings, and they work their way down like cityscapes. So they were doing that on this campus, and like I watched them. I didn't see them come up, but I saw them all get down off like a 14-foot fence, like with so much ease, like just jumping from like wall to wall and like all this kind of shit. And the amount of time it took me to run across the buildings, it's a 4-building complex, run across, go up to the second floor, run up those stairs, then have to go through the emergency exit to the roof and climb up there. Like, you guys can't be up here, man. There's like power grids. And I'm like, I am out of breath. Like the worst shape I've probably ever been in, and believe it or not. And then I just like, they come up to me with the camera kind of like pointed at me like a belly button thing. I was like, dude, I wish I could join you guys. And then,
You guys looking for new members?
yeah. And I probably searched urban explorers after that, Philadelphia, for like probably a good 6-7 months after, to make sure I wasn't ending up in some footage. But yeah, what a nightmare.
You haven't searched since?
No, I haven't.
It's probably out there.
We'll find it. No.
We'll find it.
Terrifying, dude.
Man, you've been caught on candid camera multiple times.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With your fucking pants down.
Yeah.
Your pants are down in both of these
Both
instances, right?
instances,
Yeah.
yes.
Boys, I'd love to join you.
Yeah. Belts hate me.
They were just filming your exposed penis. They had no interest in your fucking face.
Yeah, would you move to have the video removed if it was just your penis being shown on this camera?
No. If it was just my penis, I'd let the penis do the talking.
That's true, because dicks do have mouths.
They do, yeah. But if it was my face, I probably want it removed. Just because you could see like the labored breath,
Yeah.
the red rosy cheeks, the jolliness, handing out presents for everyone, you know.
Juicy Jeff or John, have either of you ever been filmed at a time where you didn't want to?
There's a whole subgenre.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
But nothing where I was ever like, shut that off, you know what I mean? Walking through the mall,
Yeah.
people are fucking going live or some shit, you know? No, not even like comedy related. I've never been like,
Really?
don't film me.
Dude, I had one instance in Manayunk. They used to have a Starbucks there, and I was like waiting to go to Grape Room. Oh no, it's not like a Karen thing, but I was just like waiting for the open mic to start, and I was like looking over my jokes, and this dude comes in and camera sound on, takes a fucking picture of me, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I know what like, you know, I get it, but like, just chill. Act like you've seen a fat person before. And I saw him do it. I was so pissed. And then they got up to leave and went to the bathroom. And then the moment they got out of the bathroom, I was there with my fucking flash on,
Nice.
sound on, just went, psh, and then I didn't say anything to him. And that's all
You
I
still
did.
got the picture?
You know what? I'd have to check my like storage, my cloud storage, maybe.
Let's make him the thumbnail for this episode.
Yeah. We should do something funny.
Yeah.
That little fucker, man.
Yeah. But we do be spilling out all over the place. So I get it.
We'll find him.
Oh, yeah.
We'll give him his comeuppance.
I love that word, man.
His damn dues, you know? Man, we really did it again, didn't we?
We got there.
Yeah, baby. Before we go, I just want Juicy Jeff. Any times you were filmed without you liking it?
I don't think so. I feel like I'm a pretty level-headed person, so I'm not like one to be like on like a freak out site or something like that. I don't think anybody's really done any of that.
Yeah, I mean,
shit.
even if somebody's filming you, in an instance. It's just like, it's not going to go the right way if you're like, don't film me.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
There was a show that we did together at Rotten Ralph's, maybe like a year ago or so. And there was a guy that I was just sitting at one of the tables, like watching you. And the guy next to me was like filming you. But he was enjoying it so much. If he was like trying to like be like a dick and like,
Yeah.
film you, but he was enjoying it so much that,
I don't really
Yeah.
care. As long as he didn't fucking blow my entire 20-minute act on the internet, we're good. I feel like I had a friend there. I wonder if it was the person I know. I can't remember specifically.
Indian fella?
You know what? I still have not made an Indian friend, so I guess not.
Oh,
But
you
I'm glad he
got
was
an
enjoying
Indian
it.
fan out there.
I might be viral in over in Punjab. That's a real city.
Yeah,
it's a fucking
It
city.
sounds mean as hell, but yeah.
Why are you?
Yeah.
Why? What's so funny about that? Is it because it's the?
I was reacting to Mike's laugh.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Keep your fucking hands clean. Coward. You just think Punjab's a funny name.
I know.
It's the only Indian city I know besides New Delhi.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Which
I'm
I
hungry
didn't
then.
want to say because I'm so damn hungry right now.
No, dude, there was one. There was Temple offered a. Did you go to Temple? No. Are you in Full Sail? Temple offered a program, and I was so excited because I was like, "Oh, study abroad. That sounds fucking cool. Where could I go?" And the only place they were offering, I think, was India.
My friends went to India abroad.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It looked cool. Like the Taj Mahal was there and everything like that. And
But I
Everybody
cannot
gets the
imagine
picture.
yeah,
that's
I
the
wouldn't want to
experience you get.
spend the time. Like, I would want to do like a week there, check it out, see what it's all about, and then like see something else.
I think those
You know,
trips,
their whole lives.
they keep you so busy with like weekend excursions and shit that
Oh,
it's
do
not
they?
like, yeah. Yeah, most study abroad trips, you're like going somewhere every weekend.
I'm gonna reapply.
Should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say you're a TA, but you're not, you know?
I'm the
It's
cool
not going to
TA.
affect your grade.
Is that you or the whale?
Put an N in there, baby.
This is how I be getting head from y'all's one history teacher, dude.
The man is passed.
Oh,
Come
no.
on, man.
All right, ghost head then.
Jake, what do you want to promote, brother?
Oh man, come see us in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Sacramento, right? October 22nd, 23rd. We had so much fun meeting everyone in Texas. And we'd love to see you out at the shows. Chicago, Boston, dude, just the highlights of our fucking, I mean, for my year. And yeah, I'd love to see at these things and just say what's up.
Finally taking it to the West Coast, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
So excited about it.
A thought just occurred to me. What if everybody who comes to the San Francisco and Sacramento shows, what if we all hang out at a public spot outside of the comedy club and all pretend like we're getting ghost head?
Well,
Get the whole crowd to do it.
hopefully everybody's getting big dome, you know?
That's how you come
Yeah.
to see us. You gotta do the big dome in the crowd.
Head with two hands because I get big dome.
Oh man, if this podcast can accomplish one thing, it's that big-headed ladies can have their time.
We're the new Arsenio. If we get that going, we get everyone in the crowd. Say a funny joke.
Yeah, this is the new one.
Y'all got to widen your hands. I'm talking
Okay,
big dome, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
There you go. Damn, Mike, where'd you find a bitch like that? In Sacramento? Whoa! They grow them big out in the Central Valley, huh?
I got more of a Stockton broad.
Yeah, your ass down in Lodi.
Yeah, please come to our shows in San Francisco and Sacramento.
And please, you might want to watch the YouTube episode just for that part of the fucking. That was a lot of physical comedy that was just going on.
Intense episode, man. And if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for being a patron. If you're not, please consider supporting us and going to patreon.com/lilstinkers, LILSTINKERS. You get every episode ad-free, a week early. You get access to all of our live streams, all of our Stinker News episodes, all of our fucking movie watch-alongs, all of our book club meetings, all the weird shit we do. It's the most direct way to support what we do, and we can't thank you guys enough for making all this shit possible, man.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you.
Also, it'll be too late. Yeah, thank you to everybody who's bought the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
by the time this goes public,
Yeah, but we're gonna have more stuff coming down the pike, man.
We're about to be purveyors of quality dry goods.
Yeah, baby.
Going to make new shirt designs, limited runs, just one batch of quality shit. I think it's a way better method than having printable shirts by order that are just going to come out on the shittiest blanks with shitty quality fucking screen printing or direct.
Yeah, you
to
deserve
garment
better.
shit.
You know.
Yeah, we're trying to do the nicest merch you can get. So
I'm with you on that.
stay with us.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing I want to mention before I go. Thank you to everybody who's bought my new book, Don't Go Dirtball. My personal goal is to sell 5,000 copies. I'm approaching 3,000. And if you could do me a solid and buy me a copy of this book, it would really buy a copy of my book for yourself. It would really make Jake's wiener wiggle. It would make his fucking eyes cross even more than they already are. Look at him. Look at those things. But it would really make me happy if you bought me if you bought a copy of my book. If you bought me a copy of my book, send it to me.
Buy two, send one back to Mike. Be
Yes.
a good customer.
Send it right back to my P.O. box as soon as you fucking get it. I want to open my P.O. box and see 300 fucking books in there.
Unopened.
Or you can just buy the ebook version. It's the ebook version is $10. The audiobook is $15. And the print copy, I forget what the fuck it is, but you can buy any of those or all three of those, and it would. I really appreciate everybody that's bought a copy, and I would really love to meet my goal of 5,000 copies sold. So grab a copy at onperks.com, and I guarantee you it'll be the funniest book you read all year.
Dude, you deserve it, man. It's such a fucking funny book.
Thank you,
And
buddy.
When we did the audiobook, man, I could not stop laughing at while all of it was transpiring. Holy shit.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
and I'm so glad that we got to do that together, man. And it's there's nobody else I'd rather be trapped in a room with than the three of you. So, you place your hoagie order?
No more hoagies for me. Hoagie Fest is over. Chicken Palooza's over.
Did it end
God.
in August?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dark times.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing now?
Hopefully not eating after midnight.
Yeah.
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 That's going to be the new vibe.
All right, new pact.
New
The
pack.
three of us,
Trying.
the four of us,
Trying
no
to make
eating
it
after
10.
midnight.
All right.
All right, we got 1 minute.
Siri, unpreheat the grill.
All right, love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
There's so much fucked up shit to get into.
Stickers.